So I'm Angie Coats, I'm founder, CEO of Monkey Music.
I'm Faye Davoren. I am the owner of Monkey Music Ealing and Acton, and I also own a second franchise, Monkey Music East Sheen, Chiswick and Hammersmith.
So I opened my first classes in London in 1993, so we're 30 years old next year. Monkey Music is very child-focused. We work with an age-specific curricula that we've honed and developed over 30 years, which is a very good fit for each age group, running from babies from 3 months to 4-year-old children. Joining Monkey Music means joining a family of like-minded people who have the passion and drive to succeed running their own businesses.
So I bought my first franchise in 2019 when I was pregnant with my second child. So I didn't launch until September 2020. My second franchise I just bought and I launched in April 2022. Highlights for me is teaching. Obviously I bought the franchise to teach, but I didn't expect how much I would get out of teaching. Seeing the children come through, learning from rock and roll to jiggity jig has just been such a thrill for me.
So we tend to look for people with drive and ambition really, but those people who want to make a difference to themselves maybe, to what they've experienced so far in their lives, their local communities, but whilst also being really good team players. We're a Monkey Music community and each of our franchisees is very, very integral to that community. And sometimes we get people joining us who have been just from a corporate background or just from a more performing arts background. So we tend to support our franchisees in different ways depending on their backgrounds. They all participate in an initial training program where we can identify everyone's strengths and weaknesses, and after that pick up with them as a head office support team to fill in the gaps with them so that they're moving forwards to their best in the best way.
I have 2 sons, so my work-life balance is fantastic. I also feel like I'm doing something meaningful. Not that the corporate world wasn't meaningful, but I'm teaching. I see how I'm making a difference to children in the community. So I launched in September 2020 and we had an immense amount of support from head office. The rules were constantly changing from the government. So we had like weekly updates from head office about how that would impact our classes.
And I think it was amazing the way the franchisees went beyond the call of duty to make their customers feel safe. Because I think that working with young children and babies and new parents, there is a very vulnerable sense and responsibility with that.
My advice would be to go for it. Obviously, don't underestimate the work. You're running a business at the end of the day, so it's no easy task. But for me personally, it was the best thing that I ever did. Again, my work-life balance is amazing. I get to be with my boys, I'm in charge of my time. I love it. For me, the highlights of being a franchisee are the fact that I feel like I'm making a difference. I'm a teacher, I'm teaching children music. Music is my passion. Being a BFA member is important to me as a franchisee because I feel like it keeps us accountable. The rules around it keep us safe and secure, I suppose, keeps the franchisors and the franchisees on a good path.
I've been a member of the BFA forever, actually. I've lost count of the number of years. I think I really enjoy being a member, seeing the industry change, see the leadership change the way that it has, joining the BFA board and being involved in bringing on new franchisees, new franchisors. It's been an absolute privilege and it means the world to me to be able to be a member of this kind of industry, especially when it's changing so fast and it's becoming such a more creative, vibrant place to be. To us, it's really important to recruit the right kind of people to join the family. And the bigger we're getting, the more responsibility we kind of have to that franchise network to bring on the right people, because it becomes more and more important. So if you're interested in joining us at Monkey Music, I would say get in touch with join the team at monkeymusic.co.uk, have a chat to Kat, who will then probably pass you on to someone like Faye to have a chat with. And then if things are looking as if you might be interested in joining us, we would send you an application format and start the interview process and the recruitment process around that.